What's up, world? This is Brewer. I'm getting my hair done, and you're watching me on my interview with the mahogany mic. Check it out.
Hey, we gon' rock it till the wheels fall off. Hold up.
Hello, and welcome back to the Mahogany Mic. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing comedian, actor, producer, songwriter, singer, Mr. Barry Brewer here. And he's his
Hey,
most authentic self in the hair salon, getting his hair braided.
I'm actually at my studio in my hair and makeup room at OBE Studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
thank you. So yes, thank you for having me, and thank you for allowing me to get my hair done while I'm in this interview by this amazing stylist, Sherelle Butler. I'm doing something different for a role I'm about to do, so I'm excited.
Oh, can you tell us a little bit about the role?
Yeah, it's a show I wrote called Heavy as the Head. It's like a dramedy. It'll be coming to you soon this year.
Mm,
Yeah,
let us get an exclusive, please.
exclusive.
Yes,
Okay. Uh,
exclusive. All right, so let's get started. So take us back. I
okay.
watched your stand up on Amazon. I
Thank you.
absolutely loved it. Like
Thank
I am a
you.
true fan.
Oh,
Um,
thank you so much. Same. I
yeah. So
appreciate
I know you grew up in Chicago.
that.
So can you take us back and let us know how you got started in comedy?
Yes. Basically, I've always loved laughing, to be honest with you. That really is my claim to fame. It wasn't, I think growing up where I grew up, everybody was funny. So it wasn't very abnormal to be funny. Everywhere I went, everybody was funny. We just funny. Me and Sherelle actually grew up in church together. So
Awesome.
and
So you keep your crew close, huh?
yes, I try to definitely got to keep them close. Um, but just being funny and loving laughing. And when I was 19, someone named Andrew Borders, was playing drums for this community choir and said, "Hey man, you should do some jokes, man. You're really funny. You should do some jokes for this concert." And I had always liked comedy, but never knew how to do it, or and it's sometimes you need that person just kind of give you that umph to believe that you could do something. I was like, all right, I'll try it, let's do it. And I did it, and I got a standing ovation my first time doing stand up.
Wow.
Yep, at a church. And from there, I was 19. I remember just really trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. I was a musician because I grew up playing music in church, but I knew that would always, I don't know if I ever thought to pursue that because I wanted to do something a little more. I felt like I just want to do something more. I'll just say that because I really respect and I'm still a musician, but I just felt like that was just not something I could really be very well off with.
Right.
Um, and so anyway, long story short, I once I saw that I could be a stand up, I thought about my favorite comedian, which is Martin and Jamie Foxx.
I knew
And
Jamie Foxx was in there somewhere.
yeah, Martin, Jamie Foxx, and Sinbad are my favorite three comedians who I definitely studied. Sometimes unknowingly that I would do stand up. So once I saw I had the talent, I felt like I had what they had. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. And so it's been that ever since. And
Oh yeah.
obviously it's evolved to be more, and I'm learning more of who I am and what I'm meant to be. But I saw that I had these gifts that was aligned with these people I admired so much. And I was just grateful, and I've been chasing that dream ever since.
You have. Like I said, I remember watching your web series. I can remember it clear as day at Indie Night. And I was
Yeah.
like, wow, he is so talented. And I don't know what it is about me. Like, I act as well, like on the side.
Okay,
But
well, we got some work for you then. OBE Studios.
let me know. Let me know. I haven't
I'm
aged it. But
serious.
anyways, that's another story. but but
Let's
no,
talk
like
about it though.
yeah, so when I saw the web series, I was like, he is so funny. Like I know he's gonna go far. And
wow.
I'm nobody at that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just watching as a student of acting, and I'm like,
Right.
wow. So I made it a point to meet you in the hallway, introduce myself, because I was like, I would really love for us to collab. But I ended up moving to Atlanta, so I understand. But
I was in LA then, yeah.
yeah, I was in LA. But yeah, so talk about finding your purpose early. A lot of people, they go throughout their life and they don't find it till later.
No, for
So
sure.
I think that is a complete blessing that you
Yes,
got
you
a
are.
chance to do that. So I also know that you're not a stranger to competition shows.
No, I'm not.
And I don't know the hustle and bustle of the competition shows, but I know you done Bill Bellamy. I've watched that. You did some
Yes,
things with Kevin Hart,
yes.
and a few other things. Can you let the listeners know if you learned anything that you could add to your acting toolbox when it comes to competition shows?
Yes. So for the most part, I was doing stand-up competition shows and stand-up comedy competition shows, and then I was on America's Got Talent, which is a competition show of all talents. I
Right.
mean, talents that you don't see all the time, like blowing fire out your mouth or something like that. But
Hmm.
I think it's all about. I always look at most opportunities as building blocks, right? Like I don't really think you can compete in art because it's subjective to the person who, right? You got a favorite style of comedy, you got a favorite singer, you like, I have someone, she has someone, everybody has their taste, right? It's
Right.
kind of like your favorite food, like, oh no, this is better. Or somebody likes a restaurant you don't like. So when you understand the basis of that, you really understand it's really not about competition because who's the best at something is really subjective who what their taste is. And
Uh-huh.
so I think that all of those shows was really just about me building my notoriety, but and showing who I was. So sometimes I didn't win, but I won.
Mm,
I won in
exactly.
right. I won in people who likes my style. Like, hey, you was my favorite. You. So now I have a new person that's following my journey that wants to be a part of my journey, and so now look at that's a win,
Yeah.
right? So I was on Who's Got Jokes. I was on Coming to the Stage. I
Yes.
was on America's Got Talent. All of those was competitions. I didn't win any of them. But
You won our hearts. Like, you won our hearts as a
right.
comedian.
And let me say this: Lester Berry is a comedian from Chicago. He lives in LA. Great comedian, pastor now. Just a great. He's the preacher on. You remember the movie Don't Be a Menace to South Central while
Oh,
drinking.
yes.
You remember the
Yes.
pastor in there? Like, go get the tray over there. Like
Yeah.
that's Lester Berry.
That's,
Lester Berry won
uh-huh.
a Star Search against. Guess who he won against? He won.
A
Guess
star.
who he beat?
Um,
Dave Chappelle.
no. No.
Yes, Dave Chappelle.
I can't believe that. That's crazy.
So look at you know what I mean. So
Uh-huh.
so Lester Berry has a joke. He was like, I wish I would have lost so I could be him. Like, and so you know, and Lester's doing very well, very funny, very talented man, beautiful man, just big family, just doing well, still doing what he loved and
Yeah.
ministering and doing God's work, which is, in my opinion, the biggest thing of all, the biggest success of all, if you could do that.
Exactly.
But I'm saying all that to say that Dave Chappelle didn't win that competition, but look at his success, look at his opportunities in comedy. So I don't believe competition shows are necessarily about the competition. I think it's about the opportunity to go in front of the world and showcase your talent. Because at the end of the day, entertainment is about audience. That's what the common denominator is. If you have an audience, you can do whatever you do well, and those people will support you. So,
Right.
I think it's fun to compete, just in fun because it kind of helped you really like perfect your craft. But at the end of the day, when you're an artist, whether you're a singer, a dancer, a comedian, an actor, can't nobody be you. So it
Right.
ain't really no competition. I when I'm auditioning for a role, I'm just going in there and be the most Barry I can be. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because I can't be Kevin Hart. I
Yes.
can't be Dave Chappelle. I can't be Little Rail. I can't be any of those people. I only can be myself. So I'm never really in competition with anybody.
Right. One thing that I love about your stand-ups, and I haven't watched every single stand-up, but
That's
the
all right.
ones that I have watched,
Thank you.
you can do comedy and it can be clean. Not a lot of people can do that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a talent in itself, that you don't have to be vulgar. You don't have to do all the cursing, all that. You can go there if you want to. But the fact
Right.
that you have that skill, I really admire that.
I
Seriously.
appreciate that. Don't get me on the court. I might cuss you out a little bit, but listen.
Yeah, I was like, I said all of them. Probably was cursing somebody out on one of them.
Right. No, to be honest with you, I did not approach comedy not cursing like, oh, like, oh, I don't want to be a cussing comedian. I wasn't
Right.
using profanity in my life when I started
Um.
comedy. I wasn't cussing in my normal life. So when I
Right.
started as a stand-up, I wasn't using profanity in real life. So it was easier to just be who I was already. Because I think
Right.
comedy is a very important, true expression. And so it was just really how I wasn't talking. So it was naturally who I was. I was naturally funny. So, and I say that just because I don't want to be like, oh, it's such an art form. It can be, because some people, that's how they talk. And if they have to learn how to be versatile to do mainstream and clean shows. But I just wanted to be that's who I was as a person. And so it
Right.
translated to that. So I say that. And as I'm growing up and having life and going through circumstances, and you know, it is sometimes on stage it's like, oh, I want to say something, but I can't because I've already put this
Like
this
they may have
already.
hired you at a church or something. But
Right.
yeah,
So you still gotta, because you get older and life, life has its challenges, and it could push you to some moments where you get out of character and get out of body and
oh
things like
yeah,
that.
definitely.
So, but no, I do appreciate that, and I'm grateful for it. And I'm now that I'm older and understanding of what that really means as it relates to my art form, I see that it can be more relatable. I see that families can enjoy it, and that makes me happy. It makes me feel
Yeah,
good that my kids and my people in my church family can go watch my stand-up special. I ain't gotta come in like, was it good? Was it all right? Was it too
right,
bad? Like, it feels good to to have art, work like that. And I'm
right,
grateful for Tyler Perry too, because I think that him bringing church into this world, but also showing some realistic, also just gives a more just honest approach, like how Medea cuss sometimes and things like that.
mhm,
So for television and film, you can be more authentic to characters,
right,
because in my show, when I played with that show, I did use a little, I had fun because
yeah. I saw some episodes of that too, bruh. You talking about bruh?
yeah, bruh, yeah.
So let's talk about it since we're on the topic. So how was it working with Tyler Perry on
Oh
that show?
man, it was great. It was what's the word? It was like working with somebody. I don't want to say Martin Luther King, but 'cause I don't know Martin Luther King,
Absolutely, yeah. Of
but
the entertainment industry, basically.
somebody of that inspiration though. I do want to
Right,
say that, like, he's that inspirational figure that you're like, wow. And somebody I really look up to, like, you just followed what God gave you, and look, you didn't need anybody to say yes to you. God said yes, and that's all the yes you needed. And look at where you are. And I
right,
think for me, that's been the biggest inspiration to sit next to him. I was there learning. I was really like, everybody was there just happy. I was just sitting there as a student. I was watching everything. I was just trying to absorb as much as I could, for the
right,
time I was there, man. So it was just a blessing, and I
right.
feel like I went to school. I call it the Tyler Perry University. Is where
I
I went to,
bet.
because I learned so much about um, just efficiency and production. Like, I was acting, and he also allowed me an opportunity to just be myself and improv, and I felt like I had my own show,
Right.
because he allowed me just that freedom to create within the character. And so, I mean, it was, yeah, I don't think most people get that opportunity that I got. So I was just very grateful, and I'm grateful it was somebody like him to have given it to me. So, and God used him to give it to me. So I'm I just in awe and grateful is the
Amen. I tell people all the time, because in the hustle bustle of acting auditions and all that, I
Mhm.
tell people all the time, listen, if you even get an audition, that is like hitting the lottery. Let
Yes,
alone being a series regular on a, like, come on, that is amazing.
it is amazing being, in Hollywood, being the number one on the call sheet is kind of like a wowing moment. So to have that, but to also just have the freedom and to be a comedian, right? To be a
Mhm.
stand-up comedian, to have an opportunity to be yourself, to kind of create as you go, it's just, it's surreal.
And so he did give you a chance to do improv on set. I love those type of
Oh,
scenes.
he just, oh yeah, he just let me do what, yeah, like I didn't stay on script ever, ever.
Ever?
It wasn't
Wow.
like ever. No, I never stayed on script. They hated me. I never stayed on script. I would always like, and then he would then play with my mom character,
Mhm.
Chandra, Mama Chandra on the
Yeah.
show, play Alice. So when we were doing our scenes, Mr. Perry was also having fun. So he would improv with her. He would like give her, he was talking in the Medea voice a lot, and he
Yeah.
would give her lines. He like, say this, da, 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 da. So all of our scenes was really never on what was written was never done
I
in our
love
scenes because he would feed her lines and
right.
just and this is when I saw how funny he was. I was like, man,
Mhm.
he's like it was like,
He
and it's
likes to
all
play. He likes to
it.
play on set. That's
Oh
good.
my god! So she's improv, she's still, and then I got to react to her because this is
Yeah.
all script now. But he knew I could do it, so I'm just going with it.
Right.
And we was making magic, man. And it was just fun. Our scenes was fun because I feel like when it was me and Mama Chandra on script, I mean on scene, and Mr. Perry
Mhm.
was directing, oh, it was about to be fun. Like I like low key, I didn't even have to worry about the script because I knew we weren't doing anything on the script. Because he's about to give her, he's finna freestyle all her lines, and I'm gonna have to react to it.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it.
And he feeding her fire. And I mean, I'm trying to stay in character and not laugh at what he's saying while she's delivering it because I'm too busy laughing at the line because I know she's, and so I'm laughing, trying to
Danny
stay.
character. I was
Yeah.
like, how many times did you leave there and your cheeks were hurting? Like I know
Oh
you
yeah. On
think
those scenes, oh
mhm.
yeah, it was really, really funny, laughing. Yeah, I just really had a good time. It was really one of the highlights. And I'm
Mhm.
sure I have more moments to come in my career, but
Oh yes.
bruh was probably one of the most just greatest moments of my career. It was the opportunity with Mr. Perry. It was the opportunity of the cast that he chose, the people
Yeah.
that we were able to like relate to and connect to. I felt like they're my family now, all of them, like everybody. Like everybody talk about the crazy girl Lydia, who's her name is Ebony Mayo. She's amazing. Uh, so many of them, all the bros, Candace, Alyssa. I mean, everybody, man.
That's
We,
the
we
one thing I love about acting. It's like when you do a show or a project, everybody just becomes family.
that's
Like
what it felt like,
forever.
man.
In
For
my
real,
life.
I really believe that. I truly believe that, and I now know for sure that that is a real thing because that's how I feel about all of them,
Mhm.
and not just them, even the crew and all
Yeah.
the crew people that work. It just became a family, and then when it's COVID, when we had COVID, the world shut down. Nobody was filming. Tyler Perry Studios were still filming, but we was inside the studio and we lived on the studio for
Mm.
a month. So I'm walking out my door and Tyler Perry just walking around, Miss
That
Perry
is insane.
walking
I
around
love
like, hey, oh hey, and it's just like a college campus, and
it's like a reality show.
it was so much fun. Oh, it was so much fun. I had a ball, and we
It's
was
like
on a go
your
ahead.
family now. He's gonna keep. You know how Tyler Perry. That's one thing I admire about him. He gives us our shots as
He
people
does.
of color. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
once you're in, you're in. So I know you talked about improv on set. So in order to do that and to be good at it, I'm sure you had to do like some acting classes, or you may be naturally talented at all of the things.
Yeah, no, yes, there's something to say, but no, I do have that natural gift. It was something that I developed as a stand-up comedian. A
Mhm.
lot of stand-up comedians kind of develop that on stage. So
Oh.
I think I developed that improv muscle on stage, just kind of being in the moment, being able to like just create in the moment.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, it's just like flow. You ever played the game Freeze Tag?
Yeah.
The improv game. It's
Uh
like
huh.
that. It's just doing that a lot, but finding ways to be funny in it, like being
Right.
authentic. And what's really funny is just authenticity,
Mhm.
responding in a real way. And so that's how I developed, my improv muscle is definitely on stage as a stand-up comedian.
Mm. that's amazing that you never took any acting classes. Like that is really. Cause I'm like, I'm sure I was ready to write notes. I'm like, okay, who's his acting coach? I'm gonna go to
So
them.
I did take a few classes after doing stand up,
Okay,
but stand up was my biggest class. Yeah, I took
right.
Dustin Felder, may he rest in peace, was this was later on because what I discovered was being a stand up comedian, I thought it was different being an actor. And so it wasn't until brought who I was on stage into the audition rooms
Mhm.
that I started booking things. So once I felt as comfortable on stage to be that same crazy, just comfortable in the audition room was when I started to book things. And so if I had to give any acting tip to anybody, my strongest acting tip would be authentic. And what that means is be honest to the emotional moments in the script. If you're a young lady, you're doing a script and she's just, it's you flirting with a guy, right? And how would you really flirt? And make that dialogue feel like naturally what it is. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying?
People
Like,
try
like
to take out their accent. I'm like, no, leave it in. Leave it in.
yeah, you're trying to do, yeah, be who you are. And because and there is very few talents that can do that, but there are people, some people, all the actors that you and I love, they just do themselves very well. No offense, but Denzel Washington is just himself.
Yeah.
Viola Davis is just herself. She knows how to pull that motion from a real place in the moment, that because it comes from a real place and she's in that moment.
Right.
Right? Denzel's the same way. He's in the moment. He can't be something different. He's still
Mhm.
Denzel angry or Denzel evil or Denzel good or Denzel, like he's still Denzel.
Yes.
And I think sometimes people think acting is acting, like being acting like something else,
Somebody else. Yeah. I'm like, no, you're
pretending to be something.
internalizing the emotions.
Yes. Yeah. If the character is Eric, then Eric is Barry and Barry is Eric. Like
Right.
they're not different. They're the exact same. They're the in this scene, in this moment, right? And
Right.
because who I am in truth is what I need to bring to those scenes. So
Mhm.
that would be my 2 cents. I always teach, and I've done a class here at the studio, and I call it authenticity because I want people to understand that's what it is. And I don't want to disrespect the thespians and all this, the teachers and everybody's, oh, acting is, yeah,
Wait a minute. I'm a thespian. So what do you know?
I'm not, that's why I said I don't want to disrespect the thespians. Sometimes people want to make something so much more than it is.
Right.
Great
Right.
acting is authenticity, period.
Mhm. Exactly.
And
I
some
love
people would debate it and make it something deeper because most people in an art form don't like to make it simple so other people can feel very easily to
it.
obtain it.
Mhm.
So they want them to feel like, oh, it's so far away from you. And it's not so far away from you if it's a gift that's inside of you, right? If
Right.
that's not your thing, then you're probably still not going to be good at it, even if that be the case. But you got to find what's inside of you.
So you do have some acting classes. Are they online or where can we find those?
Yes, it will be some more classes. Yes, they will be online. I don't have anything at this very moment.
Okay.
I should for you asking me that, but it's coming soon.
Okay.
You will be
Let
the
us
first to
know.
know. I will
Right.
because I want to do that because I feel like it's going to bring the value of our projects and independent projects up if people can learn to just be authentic. Right?
Right.
You're going to see better stories, better movies. You know, people wouldn't be clowning Tubi as much.
Right. Because you listen, the people need to learn how to produce and put shows together like you do. Like I've never met anyone that could put together a whole tour of comedians and all the things and write and like let's get into that. So I know with Chicago, I'm home. We're
Hmm.
gonna we're gonna rewind a little bit. Did you
Okay.
like how did that come about?
Yes, I produced that, directed it,
Hmm.
location scout, everything.
Wow.
But that came from years of doing it. I did my first movie when I was, I'm gonna say my age, 21. I'm not 21 anymore, but I did my first movie when I was 21 called The Parking Lot.
Hmm.
And I think just in time and years, just practice. That's how I made Big Job met because he directed my second movie I did called The Perfect Plan. I wrote a little movie called Home that I put in a competition. And I think just over the years, making a lot of mistakes in producing and now being more in the forefront and now producing, people like, oh, wow, you're really good at this. But people don't know I've been practicing this. I didn't know I was practicing it. I was just trying to give myself an opportunity to showcase that I can act. So I'm like, okay,
Right.
people don't think I can act as a stand up. Let me create a movie that shows them I can act. That was what I was doing, not knowing at that whole time I was learning how to make movies and how to produce and how it looks and editing and trying to make sure the coloring and the sound and all them elements and learning, oh, what makes Hollywood movies so great, so forth versus an independent movie. People don't know it's production design, it's the setting of scenes, it's lighting, very, very important. It's lens, very quality, crisp.
Right.
It's story, it's performances, how authentic they are. It's all of these elements, and obviously there's a lot more, but these are some of the very essential elements that makes a project looks low budget or it looks like a big production or a big quality, a quality production. So over the years, just kind of learning those things and messing up and falling and gathering it and kind of learning, you kind of get to know all those things. So I did put my stand up special together. I was very great. I was a little, uh, it's a little moment where I was feeling like, man, everybody's getting specials and opportunities, and I felt like I was ready. And I was just
Mm-hmm.
like, I feel like I'm ready. And
You
I
should
felt,
too.
I guess, felt led like, well, what you waiting for? If you ready, why you waiting for somebody to pick you? Go do what you said you ready to do.
Right. And so you had already done the show and they picked it up, or did you come
No,
in?
I went and proved I had no distribution. I raised money. Thank God for all the people that supported. Went and rented out the venue, promoted the show, sold out 2 shows in Chicago downtown, created it, edited it, and was shopping it around like, hey, I got a special. And I found a distributor and they said, hey, let's do a deal. And then they took it as agents and helped me license it across different platforms.
Wow, that's amazing. Like I tell people all the time, like be your own best fan. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people they don't know the how can I put this? They don't know the benefit of collaboration when you're first
Mhm.
starting out, especially in like LA or Atlanta, in the big cities. There are other people that are talented that would love to just come together and like you can create a filmmakers club. Like one person can
Yeah.
do lighting, and write and all of that, and then that's how you learn. Like you said, you learn how to do all of those things by kind of making the mistakes early, right?
Yes. Yes.
So, how important do you feel collaboration is?
I feel like collaboration is everything, right?
Hmm.
Because you heard the saying we're better together. I
Yeah.
really think that's a truth. The thing is, I believe that division is such a weapon from the enemy that it's hard for people that are meant to work together to build because something special will come of it. So I think that there is an entity always fighting against that, right? And it
Hmm.
uses our immaturities, it uses our ego, it uses our color of our skin, the gender that we are, right? Because there's been a lot of instances where I tried to collaborate with people and I saw that there was very shallow reasons of why we couldn't.
Mm,
So you got to find people that's like-minded and like-spirited, right? Because you all can have the same goal, but how to approach that
amen.
goal and what spirit to approach that goal with can
Because my
really
spirit
offset.
will
It can,
repel.
it can really derail the whole
Right.
plan. But yes, collaboration to me is vital because especially when it comes to television and film, like
Hmm.
every film and television show I've ever done, especially independent, especially when we talk about Chicago, I'm home. Even though I was the visionary, I was the person to put it together. Like I had the Horn brothers, these guys, the brothers out of Atlanta who shoots. They
Hmm.
helped me with they was my camera people, and they come brought this young lady named Brittany. She worked for Beverly Boy Productions. She was my coordinator. She helped me get everybody and organize everything. It was so many people. I don't want to start naming names, but there was so many people that helped. Molly Music came and did a music performance, which helped
Oh, I love
people
Miley
come
Cyrus.
out and something. And he did that for me for just the love, And so it was just so many people that contributed so
Hmm.
much. So everything you see that I do is a collaboration amongst like it's so many people to be grateful for and appreciate. So even though I know I'm in the forefront and I get to shine, I'm so grateful for all the people that in the background that
Right.
is doing their part to help this thing, this brand, Barry Brewer, become, what it's meant to be. I don't even see it as myself, but whatever it looks like to people, because I'm still inside trying to find my way to what I believe I'm meant to be, and I don't know when
Oh,
I'll.
you're there. You found
Oh, well, thank you. I don't
you're
feel
living
that
in
way.
your purpose. Yes,
Oh well,
definitely.
I appreciate that. That's encouraging to know. I'm
Yeah.
scraping the surface a little, hopefully. Uh, but
So,
to continue building.
hmm so speaking of, so when you created the national tour, when the whole crew is stupid.
Yes.
So, were there any obstacles? Because I know it may have been like something fresh and new to create. Let us
First
know.
of all, shout out to Mink, shout out to Big Ja.
Yeah.
Um, they were amazing. Those are my bros, man. And Big Ja is like I said early on, I was doing independent films. He was a filmmaker, and I had hired him to come on and direct my movie in 2011. Excuse me.
Mhm.
After doing that, I was just a comedian that kind of was functioning in the old way of doing things, like getting on stage, working on your art form, building your audience that way. I wasn't really into the internet because it just wasn't. I'm a little
Right.
older, and so I, chasing. That's how Kevin got successful, like in the clubs and getting on movies and just continuing to build his brand. So I kind of was following that path,
Right.
and Big Job was doing internet stuff, and he started to blow up and get a following. And shout out to July, November. They Chris and Carmen. They's like, hey, we want to help you with your brand. I was like,
Hmm.
oh, thank you. I need some help. And they's like, you need to get on the internet. You need to do some stuff. And so they was telling me how to relate to people and connect to people. And I'm bringing you to the tour. It's a long story long. And so
Long story long. I love it. Go ahead.
yeah,
We got
so
time.
I'm bringing you all the way to how I got to that tour specifically, and then
Yeah.
I started trying to find some people to collaborate with in the internet. And the people I saw, some people was doing stuff online, but it wasn't funny to me. So I didn't really want to collaborate with people that had numbers, but they weren't my quality of funny that I really,
Right.
felt that was funny because I felt like I really am funny. Like I really this crowd gonna let
Hilarious.
you
I mean,
know
I
for
was
real. Yeah, this ain't no
crying.
internet thing. You go on stage and you ain't funny, they gonna tell you. And at that point, I wasn't nobody, so I know I was funny because I'm making strangers laugh night after
Right.
night after night, and these people don't know me. So, um, I knew Ja already, and I saw what he was doing was funny, so I joined with him. We
Yes.
did a sketch called "The Whole Crew Is Stupid." The
Hmm.
sketch goes viral. I'm walking in the airport, and people are noticing me. I was getting noticed before I did America's Got Talent, before I did anything, bruh, Tyler Perry's bruh, before I did any of those things. The one thing that I started getting noticed about is the whole crew is stupid.
Mm.
And
Cause he got
I was like,
millions of views, right?
millions. I mean, 30 million. That's crazy. It's a crazy amount.
Hmm.
Like I got I got noticed from the whole crew is stupid. That's how I got an audition for bruh
Mm.
from the whole crew is stupid. So let that set in. The
Oh
whole
yeah.
crew is stupid was a sketch that we worked on that we just did, and it went viral to a point where Mr. Perry saw it and gave us an opportunity to audition. All of us had a chance to audition, and Big Job was on the show as well. Bruh, played my cousin the first season. So anyway, digress. After seeing the interactions from people, I was like, man, we need to take this on the road because I'm still a stand up.
Right.
If Ja had did stand up, Minx was new. I was like, let's take this on the road. And I had already been doing spot dates by myself. So I knew how clubs worked on off nights. I can get an off night and do a door deal with them. So we did 16 cities. I rented what's the Mercedes Benz truck that people can
Um.
sit in and watch TV?
G Way. No, not the G
Not
Way.
G-Wagon. I'm
I
going
don't
to a
know.
G-Wagon. What's they called? It's like a van, but it's like a van you could drive around the country, and it's kind of comfortable in the back.
Oh, I know
Yeah,
what
it's
you're
kind
talking
of
about.
like a
I
cargo
can't
van.
remember the name. I
I
know.
can't remember either, but we rented one of those, and we got in the car. My wife, my PR person, Minx, and Ja, and we went around the country. We went to 16 cities, and I drove most of the time. My wife was supposed to help me, but she was too busy laughing at being woke while we was driving. It was her time to drive. She talking about she's sleepy, but anyway, it's
I
funny.
think about the eagle stand up every time you say your wife
Yes, and that's a real story, by the way. The eco story is real. But
name.
yeah, that's how that tour came together. It was a lot because it was me producing everything. I
Yeah.
was booking the hotels, I was running on stage hosting, I was paying, I was doing it all.
Hmm.
But it was a great experience. I had a ball. I learned so much. And the most important thing I think I've learned in my career is that you cannot wait for anybody to pick you. You got to really believe in
Oh,
yourself, and
yeah.
your actions should reflect your belief in yourself. And if you think you're going to be successful by standing there waiting for someone to pick you, and even if you have been picked for some opportunities, please know that your career is in your hands, and it's what you can do for yourself that will change the trajectory of what can happen for you. And I just want to encourage everybody to do that. And that don't mean you got to write your own movies and do that all the time if you can't. But find a writer,
Find
find somebody
somebody
that does it. Like
exactly.
collaborate with, like find a team, like do something. But don't just
Hmm.
sit there and wait.
Right. Okay, so I know we've been on here for a while. I hope you're not in too much of a rush. But
No, I'm good. I'm gonna be here for a little while.
okay. So can you walk us through a day in the life? I see right now this is like a usual day in the life. But from like sun up to sundown, what is a usual day in the life of Barry Brewer?
Okay, I'm gonna try to walk you through it. A day in the life of Barry Brewer is crazy. So, I have two kids. I have I have four, but biologically I have two. I had stepkids that's grown, twins. They're grown, living their life, taking care of themselves most of the time. Um, when you father. But I have
Oh,
a biological. I have a 15-year-old son who's a 10th grader, and I have a 3-year-old son who's in Montessori school. And
oh,
so,
my daughter's in Montessori. That's
yes, it's
great.
really Montessori is so dope.
Hmm.
I didn't even know about it till recently. My wife told me about it. But anyway, that's a whole
Oh,
nother.
mine is homeschooled in Montessori, so it's
Oh, look at that. All right. All right. um, so on a regular, it's so different. I'll just tell you what happened today, which is it. But on a typical day like today, I'll get up, I half wake up. Sometimes, most of the time, my wife will wake up for me, then wake up my son, my oldest son. He gets up at 6:30, and get him dressed, and he'll go to school. Sometimes, most of the times, he takes a car, but I'll drive him sometimes. My other son then gets up, get him ready, go to Montessori school. I then maybe have some calls. I usually get my day started around 10 a.m., where I'll even have some calls lined up. Today I had to go to post production house to sit in the editing sessions of one of the movies that I produced, our studio produced, called Waking Up Horny. It might change the name, change, starring Brandy Denise, um,
Mm.
directed and written by Mikey Arcel, my boy Mikey. So we're in post production, so I had to go there, and walk through the session. Um, for quality control. It's about to come out. It's going to be an ABFF
Mm-hmm.
film festival this
Oh,
July,
that's
June.
amazing.
Yes, so we've been accepted to in there, and it's going to be coming out this year on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is about to premiere all the shows that I'm doing, my shows, my TV. So you're about to see a lot of premium quality content from Barry Brewer. So you should
Oh, I
follow
can't wait.
my YouTube page, and you should really get in be a part of the community, because we're about to create some quality black cinema for real.
Y'all hear that?
So
Get in the mix now. He's
get in
about
the
to
mix.
come out.
Yes, Barry Brewer Jr. on YouTube. So after that, I would either usually sometimes post production takes 5-6 hours. I'll be there, and then today I came to my studio to do some more editing. But on a normal day, I probably do calls. I'll run errands. I'll be at the studio managing accounting or books. Uh, Today, I've been scheduling the slate of projects we're doing starting in the end of April. Um, it's so much. Like it's a lot of calls, scheduling, overviewing a lot of projects, creating. Uh, First thing I do before I grab my phone is I pray. That's for sure.
Got
So I
have
do
to.
that every morning before I grab my phone. I've made a habit of not grabbing my phone before I pray. So that's kind of
Mm.
like if I grab my phone, the thought now in my head is, did you talk to God first?
Oh yes.
And
I
so
just said that. I said, listen, let me build my barrier because if I don't, I'm likely to
don't
like
forget. Yeah, that's a real thing, though. That's a real thing,
my
and I'm grateful
armor.
for it.
Yeah.
Man, so um, so a typical day is basically that: getting up, calls, production, scheduling, creating, um, ideas for shows, making sure whatever slated shows I have. Um, you know, right now we're building a bigger studio, so working with the architect and the builder and going through all the
Wow, that
specifics
is
with
wild.
that. It's just like a lot of different things. So it's
I
just
gotta step my game up. Listen, hard work. Oh my God, that's amazing.
thank you. It
When
is. I'm
you
grateful.
eat? When you
Huh?
eat? I said, when do
Oh
you
man,
eat?
I just got through eating some wings. That is what I'm trying to work in my schedule. I eat
Okay.
though.
I was like, I don't hear him saying he's eating. Make sure
I'll
you
be trying. I'll find some wings somewhere in between.
get right. Okay, so I definitely wanted to talk about you working with Kevin Hart because you know
Okay.
he's one of the greats. Like, how was it
Yeah.
working with him? I know I
Um,
mentioned at the beginning it was I know
yeah,
it wasn't a competition show, but
for
yeah, can you
sure.
talk about it?
So Kevin Hart on this particular show that I was on called the Guide to Kevin Hart's Guide to Black History. I did
Yeah.
not see Kevin on that set, but I've
Okay.
been knowing Kevin Hart since I moved to LA in 2004. So
Mhm.
I used to play ball with Kevin, see him at all the shows. We did shows together at the Comedy Union, at the Laugh Factory. We were hoop. Every time I see Kevin today, it's love. It's what up, kid? What up, Barry? I'm a big fan. He's still very
Right.
talented. I admire his hustle. We the same sign too. We're both cancers, July babies. But Kevin is really, to me, Kevin is one of the most successful, humble people that I met. Every time I see Kevin, it's like when I first met Kevin. And Kevin was successful back then. I'm very like before he's with his second wife, but his first wife, I
Mhm.
knew him when he was with his first wife, and I know her very well and their children. And he's just a really good person. Every time he see me, he just he's just himself. He didn't change.
Right.
He didn't lose his way. And Kevin Hart, they treat him like the president. Like I didn't know how famous Kevin was. I'm gonna tell you a story.
Okay.
When I see him, it's all love. It's just a loving. I just admire him from afar. And when I see him, he always embracing me. But I was in Kevin Hart has a lot of comedians that he stick with that's been around him a long time, and all of them I know. Naeem, Spank, Joey, Harry, all of those are stand-up comedians. All of them are
Right.
stand-up. And so I've worked with them, a lot. So whenever Kevin's doing something, I keep in touch with them, and I usually get to fall into, running into Kev because I'm there with him.
Right.
So long story short, I was in Toronto for All-Star Weekend, and I was doing a small show that I was there to do. Shout out to my boy Juice and the real right little brother produced it and backed it. And so I called Naeem. Naeem like, yeah, we got an after party with Kevin.
Mhm.
You want to come? Yeah, I want to come. I'm out in Toronto. I've never been here. I get to go. Yeah, I want to go. So he's like, meet us when we get there. So I'm like, all right. Remember, I'll be in Hollywood, but I see Kevin. Like, I don't know when you live in Hollywood or you live in LA, you see, especially comics, you see
Mhm.
everybody. Like I've
Oh yeah.
been on shows I've been next chilling with Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Mike Epps, Cedric the Entertainer. Like you're a comic, so you're always crossing paths with other comics, no matter
Mhm.
how big they are. Because comedy club is that it's really intimate. Usually comics So you get to kind of, that's kind of the energy and the family, nature of comedy. So anyway, long story short, I'm not thinking much of it. He's like, meet us at this door. So I finally get in because I had to lie. I didn't have to lie. I was telling people, I was like, hey, Kevin knows me because something happened at the door. And what the guy believed? He's like, I believe you know him. So he let me in. He's like, I believe you know him. I was like, I appreciate that because I do.
Right.
So anyway, I get in because they don't know who the heck I am. And so Kevin's coming in with a group, and Naeem and Joey and Spank, they all there. Harry, all of them.
Right.
We're in this line. So Kevin's kind of like barricaded with these security guards, but they're all kind of in the line. They're trying to get them up to the VIP area. And so it's this big club, and the VIP sits is like a this thing that's like standing thing that sits above the club. And you can look down. It was really beautiful. So anyway, Naeem said, come on. So I get in front of Naeem. I'm in front of the security guard, and then Kevin's right in front of him. So it's me, security guard, Kevin. Naeem's behind me. He puts me in front of him. So shout out to my boy Naeem Lynn. And he always look out for me. That's my big bro. And so I'm walking. We about to go up the escalator because I'm in it. I'm cool. I know Kevin. I don't know these security guards, but I know Naeem. Everybody knows me, so I should be fine.
Yeah.
So the guy turned around. He see me, and he grabs my shirt. Like, what are you? And I'm like, whoa. And so Naeem's like, hey, what else? And then Kevin looks around because so much commotion. He's like, oh, what up, Barry? I'm like, what up? And so when Kevin says what up to me, I guess the guy knows, like, oh, you know him, so he let me go. And usually I would swing, but I was just like, I thought he threw me off, and I'm glad I didn't because I probably would have had to leave, but it worked out, man.
That is fun. Listen, that's one thing I have to check off on my to-do list. A night out with a whole bunch of comedians. Listen,
it's funny.
I know really it is fun.
Listen, that's a different comic though. Hanging out with Kevin Hart is like you hanging out with one of the presidents or something. Like it's
really?
The ladies, yeah, because all the waitresses was fine. I mean, they all look like top models. Like they were all fine. And the one lady just kept coming to me. She's like, "You need anything?" I was like, "Listen, I know you really sweet. I'm not gonna have no tip like them. Just so you know,
I'm not gonna have.
Right, my tip is like stay out of dark alleys. Don't cook bacon without a shirt on. Like that's the tip you gonna get from me.
Listen, and you mentioned the Laugh Factory, right? I have to tell you, every time somebody comes to LA, because I live on the outskirts. I have a lake house. Lovely.
All right, Lake, congratulations.
Yes, got my
lake house. That's a blessing.
Thank you. But I live like an hour and a half away from the city. But every time someone comes to LA, I say, oh, Laugh Factory. I've been there like for 4 birthdays. Like that is my absolute favorite place to go. I'm always on the floor. I'm always on the floor laughing.
Hey, do you know that's my favorite place to perform? It is Chocolate Sundays. Chocolate Sundays. And do you know just some information, history behind Chocolate Sundays? It was created by Pookie Wiggins, and which managed and used to help Kevin Hart. Still a big part of Kevin Hart's team, actually. But he's the one that created and produced Chocolate Sundays. And Lonnie, who works with me now, she's still a big part of continuing that Chocolate Sundays. And Pookie is still, going. But Chocolate Sundays is definitely one of my favorite places to perform.
Ever. I swear it's my number one place, especially in LA.
Yes.
Bless them for creating that, because I have had many of fun times in
Laugh Factory go crazy. Chocolate Sundays. Shout out to Chocolate Sundays.
Right. Okay, so I want to get into your hidden talents. Well, not quite hidden, but you are a musician.
Yes.
So let's go into talking about how that came about and your albums that you have created, your songwriting, piano, all of the things.
Yes. First of all, thank you. Yeah, I grew up in church. Her dad actually is a big part of my musical journey as a child. We had a lot of, my church is talented. Like everybody plays. She sings, probably plays something still. Her brothers play and sing. Her dad played the trumpet. Her aunties and uncles sing. All our church is talented. My cousin plays organ. My brother plays piano. My other cousin can sing and play three instruments, and like everybody played, everybody. So growing up in a musical church where music was just normal, like everybody could play, everybody could do music. And we had a church band, like a real marching church band. We probably about
Marching church band.
15. Really, we would travel. Am I right? Yeah, we got,
Wow.
yeah. So I played the saxophone.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I
was
thought
in
you
the.
was gonna say piano, a saxophone. Okay.
No, I didn't start off. I started off on the drums, and then I moved to the saxophone, and then I moved to keys.
Mm.
Organ, yeah. And so growing up in church, music was just a big part of. That's really what inspired me to go to church. Music and basketball
Oh, mine was
and
choir.
girls.
I wanted to hear the choir. They had to have a good choir for me to be a member. I
Oh,
didn't
that's
care.
fair.
I was like, My praise is when the choir
Yeah,
get
when
up
you
there.
young, exactly. When you young,
I
you
get to crying.
like I
Yeah.
need some activities. Listen, I know Jesus is here, but I need some
Right.
activities. What
Because
I'm
Pastor,
doing.
where's the choir? Yeah.
Exactly. But that's where my musical talent, really developed. And when I start doing stand up and things like that, like I'm gonna start putting piano more to my sets. But I always wanted to just be a stand up
Mhm.
because I like Martin and Jamie and
Mhm.
just standing and doing it. So music and singing and songwriting. I used to want to be like the Timberland of gospel music back in the day when I first was coming
Timberland.
up
So just
because I love production. I
yeah.
love production. I love Rodney Jerkins. Like Full Moon is like one of my favorite R&B albums. I used to listen to a lot of like
Yeah.
my music that I listened to growing up was like I didn't listen to a lot of rap. I listened to a lot of gospel and R&B. That's
Me
kind of like
too.
my stuff. Like even
But
now as a grown
Baker.
man,
Mhm.
exactly. R&B and gospel is like my style of music that I like. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And there's some rap that I like, but that's really my style of music that I prefer naturally. If you listen to go to my iTunes, you're gonna see more R&B and gospel than you see anything else.
Right.
So anyway, that's what music developed for me. It's been a passion of mine forever. I love writing. I love singing. I stopped singing early on in my life because I thought it was um, when I used to be homophobic. Growing up at church. When you're a boy and
Everybody
you're from the
was.
hood,
All the
the
black
boys
men.
that usually sung was a little feminine, and the boys
Yeah.
that did the music was a little masculine. I was really singing, but it wasn't no masculine boys singing. So I was like, nah, I don't want to, people think that. And so as I grew up and got older and more mature and understood, it was like, oh, and so I started to get more into all the gifts that I have. So I love using it. I'm actually working on an album now.
Do you have to be in a certain mood to create music versus comedy? Tell us about that.
Yeah. I would say when it becomes your life, it ain't about your mood no more.
Right.
Music kind of more so. I love making music. Music is something I love doing all the time. To be honest with you, I wish I could sit down right now. I've been trying to get to the studio and sit down. Like it's really not good when I got to run every day. Like I really just want to sit and create, but I got a million other things going on. But I really enjoy like my music is more so my hobby, but I try to, I always implement it into my career because
Mm-hmm.
it's still a part of my, identity. But I really, but other than comedy, some things it's become like more of like I think for me, and I want to shout out my cousin Vince. Like when I was creating and doing music early on in life, we would practice all the time. So my art was kind of like my hobby too,
Right.
right? Like doing music was what I did for fun.
That's
Being
how.
funny and making people laugh is what I did for fun. So
Uh
now
huh.
that I do it for a living, it's kind of like when I am doing this, I'm still doing this.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if I ain't doing comedy, I'm probably somewhere creating music. If I ain't doing music, I'm probably somewhere thinking of a concept of a movie or a show. Or if I ain't doing that, I'm probably somewhere trying to train my son in basketball or something like that. But
Right.
but basketball used to be a passion of mine too. But yeah, so I just like creating. I think I'm accepting that I'm a creator. Like I'm
Yes.
an artist. I like to create, and I think I do it for a living. I'm grateful for that, but I also do it for a hobby. So in the mood, I'm always I'm most of the time in the mood. I would say Even when I'm frustrated or angry about something, I think I could create because I got a song called Hideaway, and I created that in a very frustrating moment.
Mm.
And it's a great song. And if you hear it, yeah, I would play it, but yeah.
Listen, you want to sing it?
No, I do not want to sing right now.
Maybe I can
When
add.
you
Maybe
sing
I can add a sneak.
it,
Okay, well that's great. So okay, just two more questions and I'll let you go. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? So if you had to do a versus
You
battle,
see my ponytail?
I see it. I was about to say, listen,
I got a
it's
ponytail.
given. But if you had to do like a comedic versus battle,
Okay.
who would you
Wow.
choose to be in your versus battle?
So I gotta go against somebody else.
Uh huh.
Okay, let me ask you this first,
Yes,
because I don't want to get this. Is gonna get a lot of comments if I say something.
that's what we're hoping. No, just
Hey, I'm for it. But this is what I want to know. It's because I don't think so. I just want to give you my thought of what versus is. To
okay.
me, versus should be about somebody's body of work that really compares to someone else's body of work, and it's not really a versus. It's more so like uh uh
For
an
the culture,
express. Yeah, it's for the culture to share together,
right?
right? So that's what I think that is. I don't think that my body of work, because I'm thinking the quality and style of my body of work, and then I'm thinking
Hmm.
about how much of my work I have.
Right.
So I don't think I'm prepared. I think the people I would want to be in a versus with, I don't have the catalog yet.
Okay, but it
If
listen,
I
your
if
world.
and when I get the catalog,
Hmm.
I'm gonna name a few people I would want to be in a versus with. But
Okay.
I don't have my catalog yet.
He said
So
disclaimer.
I'm just giving that disclaimer.
Y'all go in the comments. Go in the comments.
And I'm sure it will change in my time because other people are probably building their catalog and I might have to be in a
Mhm.
versus with them. Um in my class of comics, I'm gonna give you my verses in my class of comics because
Mhm.
they probably still working. Then I'm gonna give you verses in I think a class before me. In
Okay.
my class of comics, who I think I want to be in a versus with, you might not know them. I'm gonna say somebody not called. His name is Delay.
Mhm.
Delay. Um, who else I think? Oh, when he does his name is CP. Uh, he's from Detroit.
Mhm.
Wow, I guess that's all I would pick.
That's how you be.
Yeah, I'm sure I would pick other people. I'm just
Mhm.
thinking about people I think is like, and I'm probably, yeah, I don't know. Who I would want to pick is Kevin. That's who I would want to pick.
Kevin
Kevin
Hart.
Hart. Yeah, Kevin Hart is the
Jamie
person I
Foxx.
would want to. But Kevin is just. I feel like I feel like it's gonna take me a while because I'm not gonna put out as many specials as Kevin. Kevin putting out specials like a lot. Like
Right.
I don't, I don't know if I'm gonna make it to have the amount of specials he has. Like I
No,
don't
you
think.
are.
No, and not because I can't, because I just don't think I'm going to. I don't.
You prefer TV and film over stand up?
No, I don't. No, I love
Okay.
stand up. Like stand up is my number one. I felt TV and film and stand up all together, but stand up is already a true expression. This is the thing though. When it comes to specials for me, I always want them to be special.
Mm.
That's why it's called a special.
Special, exactly.
And so for me, I think that because I have that so ingrained in me, I'm gonna put like right now, I'm about to put out what I call special mixtapes, like stand-up mixtapes. So they're not specials.
Mm.
They're like
That'd be
a
great.
special is a special. This is a mixtape, so it's not so special. It's special, but it's in its own way.
Mhm.
But I would say Kevin. But again, I just feel like in a verse, I just feel like my career's so different, right? Like I feel like Kevin just has such an advantage. Like
I have someone.
who you would say?
On your class, DC
Uh-huh.
DC Young Fly.
DC Young Fly. Okay. Okay. I
Right?
like
Because
DC.
he does music. You do music.
I,
Stand
I
up.
just heard and he can sing a little bit. He got a little something. I heard a little anointing in his voice.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we're
I,
gonna have to put that
you want to
together.
hear a funny story about me? And
Yeah, go ahead.
this is a real story, real
Okay.
true story. First, you the first to get it.
Okay.
So last year, I think it was last year. Yeah, last year, me and DC Young Fly are performing at the Improv. I don't know that he was there. I was just there. I had a show there on D-Ray night. D-Ray has a Monday night at the Improv in Hollywood.
Right.
I perform. DC Young Fly pop out. He performed. We're in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Come to find out, I had a rental. He had a rental. We both had Wagoneers. I had a brown one. He had a white one. So the valet parks our cars. Again, I don't know any of this. This is what I found out. So after the show, they busted my window and stole my computer. I had a whole bag in the back,
Oh.
stole the window, whatever. I'm driving. Come to find out, they also busted. His door was left open. They took his and I'm praying for him. They took his wife's who passed away, unfortunately, all of her information, like the death certificate, all of this very sentimental stuff of his.
Mm-hmm.
And was really sad. And so I got word that he got his car broken into as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so somehow somebody tells him that my guy, but I had a tracker on my Air Max pods or whatever you call them. And so I was able to track where my stuff was.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow me and him get on the phone. I said, hey, I got a track. Woo, this, that, and the third. He's like, all right, we're going to meet there. I'm like, cool. What you got on you?
I was like, Chi-Town and where what,
He's
Atlanta?
from Atlanta. So south side of Chicago and Atlanta is in the
No, not
pulling
beating
up. When I tell you, this is when I knew him and I are very much so alike, but we from two different places.
Uh-huh.
He pulled up. He got somebody with him, but I don't know if he was security because we both at the door like boom, 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 boom. This is me and him, and as I'm there, I'm like, we are both of the faces, like both entertainers, like we in there like some real, like what's up?
Street dudes.
Some ladies come to the door like, hello. We're like, yeah. Somebody got our bag up in this, man. Like, what's going on? They're like, nobody's in here with your bag. We're like, this location, it's on the location.
Yeah.
Like, no, so and it was an apartment building, so we don't know if it's literally that apartment building.
Yeah.
So we banging on the doors.
Y'all just banging on everybody's door.
It's nighttime. We in Melrose banging on people's doors. So, but you got our stuff.
That is funny.
That was night with DC, and we couldn't find it, man. I said, but you a real one. He's like, you a real one too. And we shook up, and that was
Yeah,
that.
we're gonna hook this up. We're gonna hook this versus up.
We didn't find our stuff, man.
Holiday Mike exclusive versus.
Yeah, it's a it was a moment where I got to just we got to know each other a little bit that night. So that was cool. Yeah. But I'm a fan of him, man. He's really talented. But more importantly, the reason why I like him so much, man, he's just a really good person. And I used to work really closely with Carlos Miller, who with him a lot. So me and Carlos did stand up back in the day. I got a picture of me and Carlos when we was like 21, 22 together. Me, him, K-Dub, Tyler Craig. We was down at Laugh-A-Palooza in 2006 together. Working on, just working and grinding and stuff like that. So shout out to the 805 South crew. Because we wanted to try to do some verses with them. That 805 South crew against the whole crew is stupid.
Oh, yes.
I thought that would be fun, right?
It's not too late.
I mean, yeah, it's not too late, but I got to get all them on board. They might look at us like, we will be helping you guys, but which we would be grateful for.
Well, that is listen.
Yeah.
This has truly been a pleasure. And like seriously, every minute has been a pleasure. And I just want to end with saying that you are such an inspiration to the community, to our culture, to everyone. And you are doing great things. You are there, and I'm so happy that you are living in your purpose, and it inspires me personally.
Wow,
right?
Thank you.
Yeah. So is there anything that you want to say, before you go?
it is something I want to say. First of all, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for continuing to believe in yourself. Thank you believing for what God has put inside of you. Thank you for creating this platform. Thank you for all your kind words towards me. I don't take it lightly. I'm not just saying that. I know I'm getting my hair done right now, but I really truly want you to know how much of an inspiration you are,
Oh,
right? Because of what you're doing, and you need to be encouraged to keep doing this,
mm-hmm.
right? Like, just don't despise small beginnings. Don't like please know that what you're doing is so important, and so it's gonna mean something. So like, you're gonna look at this and you're gonna like, look at me believing in me, and you're gonna be on the other side of successful, 100 lake houses. Like, you're gonna really be doing well.
Speak it.
And you're gonna be so proud that you took a chance on you and you were right. I want you to know everything you believe in for yourself is true and you're right. So
Oh,
continue down that road, even though it may not seem very clear and you don't know how it's all going to work out. Just remember to stay consistent, keep going. The only thing that you shouldn't do ever is never give up. And I promise you, you'll see it. My favorite scripture is the race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but the one that endures to the end. And
mm.
so all you got to do is not give up and keep going, and you're going to see every dream come to
Listen,
fruition.
you're gonna make me start crying because I
I want
just
you to cry.
prayed for a sign now. This
I
is the
just really want
sign.
you to know that, and I hope that's a word for most people, and that would be what the last thing I say is just to um, believe, only believe, truly.
Thank you.
That's my motto, but it's not just a word, it's not just a cliche, but it's really how I've lived my life. And even to be on this platform right now in front of you is truly why I'm here, not because I'm so unique and special or talented. Those things are true, and I'm grateful for them, but it's really the belief behind it all. Because there's a lot of people that's talented, there's a lot of people that's special, there's a lot of people that can sing and dance and do comedy and do a lot of things, but they don't believe. And that's the biggest part of all. If you can believe,
You can
you
achieve.
can you
Oh,
can truly achieve. I know that sounds like real.
no, it sounds look right on
It's
time. Coming.
real.
I'm
It
telling
is
you, I just
real.
prayed to God about this now. Don't let me get to preaching.
It's real. I'm telling you, I just want my life to continue to be a testament to it.
Yes.
Belief. When people say, how did that believing? It's your special power. It's your magic. It's your power.
Mhm.
It's like magic. Really. Dreams come true. Like, I mean that. It's the
I
belief. The
see.
belief is
I
the
see it.
yeah, it's real. And I'm not just sitting here because what I never want people to do is just to look. Sometimes I'm doing something called Before the Fame, and what I would like, and I think Kanye West documentary is one of the first documentaries that I was able to see that really saw somebody believing in real time and other people hadn't caught on yet. I don't
Right.
know if you recall his documentary, but it's a moment where he's in the label kind of playing a song. He's like, yeah, this is gonna be big, da da da. And the lady's kind of ignoring him on the phone. She
Hmm.
just wasn't really giving much attention. Naturally, she's supposed to be doing her job, so I don't want to knock her. She's like, I didn't know he was gonna be big. I was just doing my job. Like, I don't know. But but I think that it shows when somebody believes in themselves
Hmm.
and they believe in what God has gifted them to be and to do, and they don't allow circumstances and hardships to discourage them to
Mm.
the point where they quit. And I need you to know that sometimes hardships and detours and things where people are saying no and opportunities that you're not getting, it's just a redirection towards the purpose and the goals and the things. It's not a no. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It's just not them giving it to you. It's just not that opportunity.
Mm.
It's just not that. It doesn't change. You are going the right way.
Mm.
Keep going. That's all I want to say.
Thank you. Thank you. I needed that. I needed that. Thank you. Today
Well,
was
you're welcome.
very
Thank you.
amazing.